Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to another episode of DavidETaylor Full Frontal Exposure 2.0, where everybody's opinion is still a lie. And today, Sunday, I figure, why not take the crew out into the Beeyard for a little bit of beekeeping action today, right? So I'm going to suit up here. I'm already suited up. And I don't know, man. I just felt kind of inclined to give you guys a video today of what I do in my spare time. That my life isn't always about David. That I do have ways I decompress from this. And I'll give you guys a walk around what's going on in the Beeyard today and whether or not the girls are Africanized or hybrid today. So let's go take a peek. Got all my stuff set up out there already, so let me get out there. I'm sure some of the cult members are already watching, so good morning to you guys. If the stream cuts off, I do apologize. And I can't see the chat, so just keep that in mind. But, and I give you guys a rundown of what's going on here. I'll just do a quick check on my girls today. We've had some good rain and some good weather lately. So I figure I'd come out, give them a check today. So here we go. So this one is a cutout. These are both cutouts. Both of these colonies I got for free. All I had to do was go in and do the work, and I apologize if you guys can't see. My goal today here is just to get in here. I need to check. What I'm going to do right now is I need to check on these girls specifically because these are a cutout. What I did was I put some drawn out wax in there, some foundation in there a couple weeks ago because they were kind of weak. Give them some space to grow. So I'm going to go in there, check them. We've been having some really good weather. So let me get them smoked a little bit because I have no clue what they're going to be like today. Most likely they're going to be testy because they are bringing in pollen. So they're most likely going to be a little fiery today. I can guarantee that. I'm already hearing them. So these, I don't know whether these are Africanized or not. These were cut out. Okay, good. They are eating through the sugar. I got a sugar block on here, a sugar board. Right here, this is all sugar right here. So what I do is this is all their feed right here. That'll go on there when I'm done. I'm not worried about that right now. Okay, take a peek here. All right. All right, let's take a peek here how these girls are doing. So what I did was I added a couple frames of drawn out wax to give the queen some room to lay. And now that we've been having a pollen and nectar flow, again, because we've got good weather, should start seeing, here we go. They're going to be testy for sure, I guarantee it. Because they have resources to protect. So anytime they have resources to protect, it's like you would. All right, got a good pattern going here. That's good. I'm kind of expecting to see what I'm seeing right now for this time of year. All right, yeah. Let's go and button these girls back up. They're bringing in pollen, which is good, which is just fine. That's what I wanted to see them doing. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and even give them a couple more frames just to grow, okay? One thing bees always want is space to grow. Bees are going to do three things. They're going to gather food, they're going to store it, and that queen is going to lay babies all day, every day. So those are the things you got to keep in mind when you're doing this. Resources on these. Right now, this colony is a little weak, okay? I'll tell you guys that. I'm nursing this colony. This colony is what I'm going to do. This is just sugar water. It's got a concentrated sugar water. These are just sponges, okay? What these are pollen patties. Feed these are supplemental for when there's no flow, but as you can tell, I put these in a few weeks ago. I mean, I could probably take these out, but I'll leave them in. They still look good. Okay. Then I'm going to put these sugar water sponges in here. What that's going to do is help them stimulate their wax glands, help them build more wax inside the colony. Okay. Wax is the most important aspect of a beehive. Without that, they die. No wax, your bees die, okay? So keep that in mind. That's another important thing you need to remember. All right, they still got a peppermint in there, good. I use peppermints to help with hive beetles, so we have these things called small hive beetles down here in Texas, and they're a pain in the ass, more or less. They destroy your colonies. Makes your colonies smell like sewer, literally. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm not monitoring the chat, so I do apologize if you guys are typing stuff in and I can't see it. This is just kind of impromptu live. I figured you guys always see me in the studio. Why not take you back out in the yard for a bit today and show you a little bit of beekeeping action that goes on back here when I'm not always doing David. All right, so strap the colonies down. That will keep them from there's any kind of wind or anything like that. And I hope I don't lose the stream. But all right, this is my firecracker colony right here. And again, I apologize if the view is funny, you guys. I can't see my screen. But this colony, oh man, these girls right here, yeah. Some days they're Africanized, some days they're hybrid. We'll check today. I definitely don't know what they're going to be like. They're most likely going to be pretty hot because they have been bringing in a lot of resources, these girls. So go and smoke them a little bit. And I have screen bottoms under it, so I smoke it from the bottom too. People think it keeps it, all this does is just mask the alarm pheromone. But we'll see today. Once the alarm pheromone goes off from the bees, that's it. Not even the smoke can mask it. And you can smell it too when it goes off. It's a pretty distinct odor. It's real, I don't want to say earthy, musty like, but kind of sweetish. So take this off right here. This is just a top feeder right here. I'll put sugar water in when I'm done. But let's go check on these girls. Like I said, these girls are usually pretty feisty. This was my first colony I ever got. And perfect. She's doing just what I want to see them doing. Yeah, they're feisty. They're testy. I can tell already. All right, perfect. This is just what I wanted to see. See, they're starting to draw out new foundation and wax on the top. That's just what I wanted to see. Okay. I'm not going to mess with these girls because, like I said, these girls, they're ready to erupt on me right now. So I know they're doing what they need to do, and I'm not going to mess with these anymore because they're going off right now. They're starting to throw off, so go ahead and close them up. Like I said, these ones are real testy, and my neighbors are out back working right now too, so I honestly don't want to mess with them anymore. It's like I said, I've had to walk off a quarter mile with these girls. These girls are no joke. And they got the numbers right now to fuck you up. And believe me, they will. They'll fuck you up. They don't care. They don't care. Bees do not care. They'll defend. They will defend their colony lethally. Lethally, you guys. And that's not, I'm not bullshitting. I'm not trying to beef things up or anything. If these girls erupted on me, you guys would see. These girls are badass. And I never underestimate them. As you can see, I'm in a full suit, full gloves, everything. Never underestimate bees, okay? because they'll kill you. They'll kill you in a heartbeat. What they do, because bees, the venom, the bee poison, your body doesn't process it out like regular toxins, right? So what happens is you ultimately go into acute renal failure. Shut your kidneys, your heart down. It's bad news. If you're taking 10, 12 stings at a time, you're pushing it. You're pushing it big time. So if you see people out there working bees in no suits and stuff, like that's on them. I'll never be out here in my suit, not be out here in my suit because it's dangerous. All right, close them up. Get that done. As you can see, all the guards are out here. See all that? These are all your guard bees right here. As you can see, they know we're here. Kind of give you guys a shot here. And these are Africanized. These are hybrid Africanized. I'm not sure. Some days they're hybrid, sometimes they're Africanized. Kind of give you guys a look of what happens at the front door. So these girls I cut out from the side of a trailer in South Texas. So I definitely know they're Africanized. One way you could tell the Africanized is the size of the body. See how small the bodies are on them? Now, when you get into certain breeds of bees, the bodies are a little bit bigger on them. So that's one way to tell you're Africanized from your hybrids. But these ones, they're definitely a hybrid Africanized. But today, they're definitely feeling more on the Africanized side. Some days they're real easy to work. Some days, nah. Now, if this whole colony erupted on it, yeah. But that's kind of a quick check today, guys. I just want to come out and check on them. You can see them bringing in pollen and stuff. You watch your legs come in and stuff. So they're doing just what they're supposed to be doing, man. I figured I'd give you guys a little shout out in the Beeyard. So thanks to all the subscribers, man, who've been watching the channel. Give you a little insight to the other side of what I do when I'm not doing work with David. And if there's any veterans that are interested in beekeeping, let me know. I'll put you in the right channels. And we can get you going with beekeeping and your mental health and things like that. This is actually how I kind of maintain my mental health with what I do. Right here is work the bees. Why? Because it forces you to focus through the problem, forces you to work on it. That's it. Go and do the job, get it done. These girls are definitely Africanized. I know that. But how much? I don't know, because the queen could have bred with every drone in a 20-mile radius for all I know. So when you got all different kinds of breeding like that, you're definitely here in South Texas, you're definitely going to have Africanized traits. But these girls, they're pretty docile today, so I'm kind of happy to see that because there's food and you know, there's resources coming in. So I've been out here watching them doing their work and stuff the last few days. And like I said, we had rain. Water is the biggest thing when you're beekeeping. They need water. They have to have it. When they're raising their larva up inside, they have to spit water on the larva about every 7 seconds. Okay. So there's bees in there doing turns every 7 seconds, spitting water on the larva, keeping it moist, because if not, what happens is the larva will dry and crack, right? And then it'll die. So every 7 seconds, there's a bee coming in there, spitting water, bam, spitting water, spit water, spit water. Bees are always going out, getting it, coming, bringing back in resources. Bees, they will never waste energy on resources they don't need. There's always a purpose inside the colony. You got bees that carry out the dead. You got nurse bees. You got cleaning bees. You have the queen. She has free reign. She gets fed, taken care of, groomed, everything. All she got to do is lay eggs. That is her job only. Go in there and lay eggs. Now, if the bees feel the queen is going south, they'll replace her. It's a collective decision. The bees make the decision. They'll feel her out. They'll smell her, whatever. And if they feel she's going south, they'll kill her. And once the decision's made, it's done. There's no changing it. They go to town. What they'll usually do, they'll ball her up and cook her to death, basically. Okay, so they'll ball her up and they'll cook her to death. So, and there's always, like I said, there's always something going on inside the colony. There's always work being done. All the bees sitting out front there, crawling around. What, you think those are just bees just crawling around? No, those are guard bees. Those are all guard bees right now. Why? Because I just opened up their colony and it sent out a pheromone that there's food inside this colony to every bee in, I don't know, let's say a 2-mile radius, honestly. So all those bees standing out there, they're all guards. They're not just standing there for the shits of it. No. They're standing there guarding that hole, making sure everybody that comes in is one of theirs. And you could watch them. You could see the guard bees. You know which ones are the guard bees? Watch them. Watch them checking everybody as they come in. They smell them. They just check them. Bam. You see the ones coming in with pollen on their legs? I love watching them come in with pollen. See this one right here with pollen right there? Look at that one. I know, girls. Pretty amazing creatures once you understand them, man. They're so resourceful, man. What the really cool thing about bees is, them being livestock, whatever you guys want to consider them, I don't care. That's fine. You have really no control of how they forage. You can't keep them in a box. I mean, you can plug them up, but that would only hinder what they're supposed to do, right? I love watching the bees come out here and just take off and be like, see, I'm going out, I'm going to forage. And I have no clue where they're going. They could be going 3-4 miles out to forage for their food, man. So, yeah, man, I just want to kind of give everybody a kind of a throwdown from the Beeyard. I don't know if I'm still going even. But, yeah, man, so this is what I do in the spare time. Sunday, kind of, I don't know, call it my mass, I guess, whatever you guys want. But it's what I do in my spare time sometimes, guys. Instead of been doing schoolwork, take care of bees. Not always David in my life. I just want people to know that. I have other extracurricular activities that I do to make sure I don't get too involved with the bullshit, because it's too easy to. It's too easy to get involved with the bullshit with what we're doing and have it take over your life, right? So, spare time, I'll come out and work bees, mess with them a bit, and just this is a way that I can check out mentally from everything. Because when you're here working with them, you have to focus on them. Have to. They're pretty gentle today for the most part. They're real gentle today. But if they blew up, if I had taken this top box off right here, oh, it would have been a day. They for sure would have came out of the box, all of them, no doubt. With all the resources they're packing in right now, these bees are going to defend big time. Like I said, these ones right here, this box right here, the 7OP JP6, these girls are badasses right here, man. And the thing is, everybody thinks Africanized deadly killer bees. No, they're not. What makes them so deadly is the amount of stings that you take, okay? You can't take 60, 70, 80, 90 stings, expect to be okay from a bee, because you're not. I guarantee you're going to go to the ER if you take that many stings, okay? I guarantee you're going to have an allergic reaction, and no doubt your body is going to start shutting down on you. That's just what happens, all right? That's the punch that bees deliver, right? That one little sting, it might not hurt, but guess what? Take about 60 or 70 to your face. Guess what? You're going down. I guarantee you're going down. Probably not even that many. You probably got to take 10 or 20 to your face. And you're allergic, you're going to go down and you're going to take a hard hit, and you're going to be looking at a serious situation. Some people might see other beekeeping channels out there, people working in bee suits. Hey, that's cool. But you'll never see me out in my yard not in a suit, man. Because these girls are Africanized, and they don't come with the safety button. They don't come with the safety. When that stinger fires, that's it. They don't know what safe is. They only know how to defend their lives, their colony, their get down, right? That is what a bee will always do, is they will defend the colony for the greater good, right? They don't care about dying, because they know there's more bees that are just going to be reproduced, right? They will always do it in defense of the species. Always. Bees, like, look, check it. You want to see how many bees are sitting on the front of the colony not messing with me right now? Check it. I'll show you guys. Watch. Oop. That many. Yeah, there's some guards messing around right here, but This box probably, this top box right here is probably about, probably right now, probably about 10,000 strong, I'm guessing. Like I said, I don't need to peel these girls up right now, but if I open this box up, the whole colony would erupt out here because these girls are just, they're badasses, man. They're good foragers. They're they're great at defense. What you ultimately want is you want your bees to be defensive at the box, right? You want to be able to walk away from your bees and have them not bother you. I'll be able to do that today for the most part too. You want to have your bees be able to walk, you want to walk away from your bees and them leave you alone. Right? So look, there's a robber right there. See that? Do you see that? You see that one just drag that bee off? That was a robber. That was a bee trying to get inside and that bee drug it off. See what I mean? Just pay close attention, you'll see what happens. So that bee just drug that robber bee off. If you notice some of the different markings, you'll see some of them have like this guy right here, it's almost black. From what I understand, those are a breed of Russian bees, Russian honeybees. But then again, I mean, there's so many different genetics here. I mean, one queen can go out and mate with, we don't know. We don't know as beekeepers. We can only speculate. But a queen on her mating flight, she could mate 20 or 30 times. We don't know. They say 5, 10, 15. We don't know. But one queen could be mated multiple times in one flight. Because what happens is when the drone, that's what they're called, the drone bee mates with the queen, the penis breaks off inside, she pushes it out, and then she'll go mate with another bee. Well, she'll go mate with another drone, and the cycle continues. Just like that. Drones, their only duty is to mate with the queen. They get fed, they get groomed just like the queen does. Once they mate, they die. That's it. That's the end of their life cycle. And right now, I don't see any drones because it's been pretty hot lately. So what happens when the resources are getting slim, the drones are actually the first ones to get kicked. They kick the drones out, right? Because the drones are basically a waste of resources. So they'll kick the drones out and that's it. That's it. When the queen feels she needs to start laying drones and they can tell the time of day, the weather, bees are the ultimate barometers, time tell ultimate. They know when the days are getting shorter, longer. They know the weather. They know it all. It's crazy. All the little hairs you see on their bodies, those are all sensory, man. All those little tiny hairs you see up on their bodies right there, all sensory, man. It's really cool. So you see how they're all communicating to each other? There's a social structure here that fucking beekeepers, we're still trying to figure out. The way they communicate to each other and the way that bees work as a collective is just, it's ultimate, it's mind-blowing. It really is. And if you look closely, you can notice the different stripes on some of them, right? Notice how some of them are a little bit darker on the butts or head, abdomen, thorax, right? So their thorax, you might have a little bit darker black, like see these guys over here? Little black butt right there. So yeah, figure I'd give you guys a rundown of the Beeyard today, man. Might as well. You guys are with me enough on the channel. I figure why not? Why not? I figure bring you out here and show you guys what's up on the spare time. So that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, get all my gear in here, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my Sunday. Might be live tonight, I might not. We'll see. Maybe me and Chris Kama run a 1 hour Sunday mass at 7 p.m. Central. I'll talk to him and see if he wants to run a 1 hour mass this evening, and we'll do that. So, with that being said, man, you guys have a good day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for following the channel. Thanks for thanks for tuning in this morning, even, and just seeing another part of what I do on the flip side of my life. Because you guys, it's not always David, everybody. David, I want you to know that too. I don't always live my life about you, okay? So just keep that in mind. I want to say thanks for the privacy strike. I just want to let everybody know too. David right now, he's trying to privacy strike me because I was talking about his ambulance ride. So there are some videos they're definitely trying to strike down right now because they don't want people knowing that David took an ambulance ride. That would fuck David's grift up for the great apostle, right, to take an ambulance ride to the hospital, right? That wouldn't be cool because that would, David, you're supposed to be the apostle and can heal everybody, right?